Sir.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2,
Ah!
1. What? Nick, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm doing it again. Don't mess me up, all right? I'm trying to. The fact I'm even conscious right now is an epic feat. So let's be real. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 84 of the KBMOD podcast. We've got a good one on the docket for you today. Mostly because of our special guests, and of course we have our esteemed panel here as always, minus Brandon, and we had to have Hex fill in. He's the, I guess he's the number one, I don't know, support player?
Number one, second best.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
the number one, number two.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah,
you are
this
the
is
best
number
dump I've ever taken.
Oh, like numbers.
Jesus. But yeah, and we have, like I said, a special guest. We have Rick Lesley joining us. What's up, Rick?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, what is up? So I mean, most people probably listening to the cast / watching it live right now
Have heard
are
us
aware of who Rick Lesley is. He's been the butt of many.
I don't think
many...
so.
No.
Come
on, Rick, give yourself some-
So.
Give yourself some
We've
credit,
made
man.
fun of you a lot. Though.
Yeah, dude,
Alright,
you
well,
actually
yeah.
think it's brought up a lot. So I think maybe people don't know what you really do, but you're definitely the butt of a lot of jokes. So
I know
think
you're a guy that gets picked on.
Yeah.
for
You are
perhaps.
really good
It's
at
not me
placing
picking
bad
up
spawns.
picking on you.
But
I think you're a fantastic guy. It's
He-
mostly Dan because he's an asshole.
What?
You're a dick.
We only pick on Rick because we care.
Rick
but,
took me out to dinner, and it was
Let's
wonderful.
kill the hater.
Did he take
Wind
you
him
to a
and
movie?
dined him.
He did wine and dine me at a
Did
Chinese
he take
joint.
you to the movie
Seattle.
Sorte?
Yeah, when Jared abandoned me, Rick was the wind beneath my wings in
Yeah,
Seattle.
there he
Wing
goes.
beneath
He's
your
already getting the hate. Rick, Turbine on Black Ops 2. Fuck you. Oh, man. All right, well, yeah.
He doesn't work at Zombie anymore, though, folks. He is out from under the oppressive boot.
Right.
Jared Garrett's in.
Flying like a butterfly now. So we'll talk about that, I'm sure. But like I said, good to have you here, Rick. And I mean, if you've listened to the cast before, which if you're on here, I assume you have. We usually go
Contrary
through
to what Dan thinks, I actually have.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about what we've been playing, what we've been watching, at the beginning of the cast. So we'll just go through, and then we can pick up with some more in-depth interview stuff, or figure out what's going on with you and what you're doing nowadays, as we go through. So all right, let's start with you, John, since I'm going through screen order here. You've been up to?
Yes, playoffs, CSCA are going on. We lost our first match. We just played like shit. But we just got dropped down to losers bracket. We have our second match on Tuesday. And I'll be gone for a week after Tuesday, so even if we win, we're going to have a sub for that. So
You should have.
I'll actually be in Pittsburgh, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
going to PAX,
Oh,
and
really?
I'm going to Pittsburgh for a couple days.
Nice.
And other than that, I've been playing WoW. My warrior's like level 4.
I'm hopping back in soon. I'm hopping
Oh,
back in
man.
soon.
R.I.P. Darren.
We'll see you guys.
Yeah, I don't want to see your family fall apart, dude.
Good.
You beat this thing, and you have 2 kids.
No, Megan,
Dan.
Megan understands WoW, and Dan played WoW to the point where it's not enjoyable
Yeah, it's not
at
fun,
all.
right? It's
So there's
fine.
no way that he would ever allow anything like that to happen to himself again.
No,
he
Megan is
regretted
gonna.
he regretted his decision like 36 hours into the time he made the decision. But the fact that he made it through just shows what a strong and independent woman he really is.
Megan is gonna call me and Bob and be like, he's been at the computer for 4 days. The children are starving. He lost his job.
There were no children.
Not at that point, no.
Oh my god. All right, well that's cool. What about you, Hex? What have you been up to? this
I've
week?
been playing the real life game this week that Brandon was playing.
Oh, look at you! You're just coming in, replacing Brandon, and even taking his. What he says
Yeah,
Look at-
true
all right.
facts, man. I bought a house this week, so
Ooh, nice. Congrats.
moving up in the
Congrats.
world.
When you
Sorry.
moving into that bad boy?
I will be there near the end of April. I think the 26th is when we close, so that last weekend we will be moving in. But other than that, I
It
played a
has a
bunch of.
pool,
It does.
You
It
gonna
has
start
a,
pumping out
and Mike
children right
Pollock's
after that?
gonna
or-
be
No.
the pool boy.
Mike Pollock is gonna be my pool boy, but he's not gonna like the uniform I make him wear. I'm gonna love it, but
Does the home have a pool already?
He just needs a
yeah,
pool.
Yes.
it has a 24-foot above ground pool and all kinds of wonderful amenities I did not think I'd ever have as an adult.
Wow,
So,
dude, look at you
Damn.
going hard.
yeah, It's a nice house. Like we've been saving for a couple years, and we want to have a family, so we decided, we could buy a starter house and move later, or we could just, say fuck it, YOLO, and buy the house we wanted right off the bat.
Fuck it, YOLO.
Yeah,
Oh, sweet. What's your address?
It is 123 go away.
Go away.
A bunch of little hexes running around, not realizing that League of Legends is a 5v5 game, and asking.
Hey, you know what, asshole? I was promised you would teach me how to play League, and
Hey,
then
I didn't break my heart.
Really
Yeah, you
hard
did.
game. It's
You,
really
uh,
hard. What you do
Very
is
difficult to
you
understand.
click and kill them.
and then you get yelled at and say don't feed, and then
Yeah, well,
and you're
Stop-
basically done playing the
stop
game.
feeding.
Yeah,
Stop
if you
being
didn't feed, you
shitty
wouldn't
at the
hear
game and learn to fucking play it.
Jesus. All right. Well, we'll still do that. We have to have a little training sesh. Yeah, we never got around.
And then
to
kill
it.
Yeah,
yourself
because
because you're not playing Dota.
Scott's the best. Scott's
Yeah,
a
I'm pretty good. Go look at
professional.
my match history, John, right now. You should
What's
go
your
check that
elo?
out.
What's your elo?
Okay, dude. Listen, it's tough. I'm in Diamond 1, trying to hit platinum. So
Yeah, I
we'll
don't
see.
have an elo. I hit level 30 and I haven't played the goddamn game since then.
Well,
And you're
that's when the
better
game
off.
gets good, man. That's when the game gets good. So you
But,
should.
No, there's nothing good about ranked. Nothing.
Oh, ranked. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Hex. What else you got? We're discussing more important things like League of Legends.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I understand. That's definitely high priority. This week I played. We had the LAN last weekend for a Child's Play, which was pretty excellent. And then I literally hooked up my computer after the LAN yesterday, like for the first time in 8 days. So I played a bunch of Android games that I'd been meaning to kind of check out. Still playing Pill Racing. I heard Real Racing 3 is pretty good. I haven't played that quite yet.
Play Undead Horde or whatever the one Diction told us to get a while ago.
I tried
That
to play
game's
that.
really good.
I tried to play that actually, but they basically say that if your phone is rooted, go fuck yourself. Like, I installed it and it was like, yeah, oh, your phone's rooted, and it immediately closes. I was like, okay,
Undead
well,
Slayer, that's the name of it.
yeah, I wanted to play that game, so I played some Isaac, I played some BLR this week. That's about it. Nothing. Oh, and I started Anno 2070 today because everyone's been talking about it because SimCity is an enormous disappointment and a failure as a game.
We'll get into that more.
I'm just throwing that out there. If you bought it like I did, I'm sorry because I regret that $60 purchase. But yeah, that's about it. Just Anno, and I started Tropico today too, but only got through the tutorial. But it was good. It was fun.
All right. Scott?
Oh, sorry. Might got muted.
League of Legends.
He was like, "Oh, Hex is talking. Just never."
I was like,
mind."
oh god, just mute. No, I've been good. I've been playing a couple things this week. I played quite a bit of SimCity last 2 days. Liking it a lot, and also not liking it a lot. So I'm sure we'll talk about that in a little bit. That seems to be in the document, so
Yes.
we can address that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's like what you guys were saying, like last week. It's a similar. Obviously, I hadn't played it then, so I
Yeah.
had to experience it myself. I've only had server issues once with it because I got it like relatively.
Yeah, it's pretty
after.
it's pretty stable now to be fair.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I've been liking that. What else did I play this week? Played some Blacklight this week, which I hadn't played in a little while. Had to patch it and got a big update. Still like Blacklight a lot. Tactical SMG is. I know I'm really late to the party on that, but I love that game. And what else did I play? Obviously League of Legends. So I kind of varied up a little bit because it's just League of Legends. So it's good to mix it up. Feels good. And I did do something in SimCity that was a little interesting. So I had a not bustling city, but I had played a couple hours and I had my city to like 65,000 people. And then I got the bright idea that I was like, well, you know what? Why can't you just raise taxes to 20% and put it on Cheetah for like just a little bit, like, not too long, and then bring it back down. And
Then your
I
city
realized very quickly that people don't forget in SimCity, those fucking idiots. And I couldn't. They were like, it wasn't like they're mad about the taxes. They're like they're mad about how high taxes were in the past tense. So there was nothing I could do. I put parks everywhere. I tried to do my best, and nothing worked. So what I decided to do is I said, fuck it. I'm gonna start from scratch. So I raised taxes to 20%, and I put it on Cheetah for like an hour till I had $600,000, and my city was down to a population of 4,000 from 65,000. And then I de-zoned the my entire city, tore everything down, and I'm building again from scratch with $600,000. And it's actually going pretty good.
Yeah, I would
People forget
imagine
really
so.
quickly.
it's not bad, yeah.
No, exactly. It's going really well. So I'm trying to build like a residential only city because I've seen a couple people do that, and I'm doing the park method and making land value really high. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. I thought that might not work, but I don't know. Maybe something will come in. But one thing that happened when I raised taxes to 20% all across the board, instantly a meteor shower started hitting my city. So they must have that program.
Karma, dude.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Had to have it programmed in when you do that shit. So anyway, yeah.
Wall
rolling with
Street
Iron
Fisher
Fist.
in the house from the chat.
Not giving a fuck, man. Bulldozing anyone's house who gets in my way. So yeah, it's been fun. I've been liking SimCity, but yeah, that's what I've been up to. What about you, Nick?
I play a little bit of Dota, and I've been playing Anno 2070 because that was on sale, and that's like a city sim game. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
It's pretty.
yeah, it's really good looking, and
it's in depth,
really
like,
big.
It's hardcore, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a city sim, not like in the way that SimCity is. It's more about like farming and that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, you're on
So,
like a
yeah,
world
it's like a
where the
chain of
polar ice
islands and
caps
stuff.
melted, right? Basically.
I don't know. Yeah, basically, you're on like little islands, so like you have to set up like trading routes and stuff with your ships to get stuff back and forth. To, like make cell phones and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I have so much stuff going on right now. I have 10 hours into one like sandbox map thing, and it's starting to get hectic. And like I'm like jacking up taxes, and people are like, "We're gonna fucking leave," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll tone down the taxes for a while. I'm really poor. Help me." And then I just cry.
I'm just doing straight manufacturing. That's all I'm doing in that game. Is here's 19 tea plantations and 14 smelting plants. That's all
Smelt
my
this
business is.
tea!
You
Yeah,
have
Smelt
slaves
it!
on your plantations, Hex?
Yeah, that's my entire population is slaves. It's just slave plantations
I figured.
for days.
Yeah.
That's how I do. Yeah.
I also
Nick taught
played
me.
something today,
Yes.
which is pretty awesome. I remember on a podcast
Can't-
a long time ago, I talked about how much I loved and kind of hated Command and Conquer Renegade.
Okay.
So apparently it was brought to my attention that there was a small indie team that made a game called Renegade X, which is basically just Unreal 3 Command and Conquer Renegade. It's it's a small single player thing right now, and they're like putting together multiplayer.
Okay.
It's awesome. So that's about it. I
definitely
thought
want
it
to
was
play that.
cool. Yeah,
sounds awesome.
you can download it for free. So it's
There you
called
go.
Renegade X, and it's
Wow. Did Nick Fenton just come with something actually helpful to the podcast? I'm about to fall out of my chair here.
oh my god.
Incredible. I think this is the first. Can someone
Did
write
Scott
this
come
down?
to the podcast with 10-month-old Mimis? Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, I love memes. Memes are my favorite.
Memes are great, dude. All right, well that's cool. Have you? This is kind of off topic, but real quick, have you guys played Tropico at all? I've never tried it, but
Before I played the.
I
the
will.
tutorial
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I bought it
how
as
much
well.
like SimCity? Like, is it more of a? Is it like Civ and SimCity combined, or is it like?
Yes.
It's like SimCity with politics.
There's no
okay.
army per se that you can send
Yeah.
to. There's no RTS part of it. It's all sim, but there's like a bunch of politics involved. And I played it today on stream, and I played through the tutorial last night because there was a lot going on. It's in the tutorial. It makes it feel more complicated than it actually is, but it's like you have to keep your people happy, but in a way where you're a dictator. So
It's
you're
Cuba, the
already
game.
it's Cuba the game essentially.
Okay.
And you also have to keep like relations with the U.S. and the USSR good, or else they'll blow you up. And
Yeah,
like,
it's Cuba. The
So
game.
it's like real life.
yeah, and you have to like keep your enough food. You have to feed your population, which you don't have to do obviously in SimCity. You have to have enough food.
It's their
and-
fucking job to feed themselves.
well, you got to make farms and you got to do all this kind of stuff, and then you also have to hide like bad housing eventually, so you can get tourists. Because no tourists want to see like shacks and shit
That's
like
so
that.
funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
shit.
pretty cool. So yes,
Presidente, build
Why
a
can't you just
14-foot
3D
wall.
print some food?
yeah, 3D print this food.
Like on one hand, people are like, "Wow, the situation in Cuba is terrible," and then we make games that and we want to simulate and live what it's like to be a cruel dictator.
You can choose. You can choose to play as Fidel Castro in the game.
Wow.
Which
Yeah.
doesn't
That
make a whole
sounds
lot
like
of
an
sense.
awesome time.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
it's not Cuba.
it's
it's
Tropico.
supposed-
It's
supposed
not
to be
Cuba.
like
It's Tropico.
Yeah,
Right.
it's basically.
So it doesn't make
it's
a
basically
lot of
Cuba.
sense, but I mean,
It's fucking Cuba, dude. All
yeah,
right.
it's basically Cuba.
So
All right. Well, I didn't even realize you streamed that, but okay, cool. Well, check it out.
Well, you would have been asleep, I hope,
Yeah,
when that
probably.
stream happened, because it was like 7 a.m. your time.
Yeah, okay. Rick, what have you been up to this week as far as gaming?
I have also been playing SimCity,
Nice.
and that's been a hot and cold. Like everyone else has said, it sounds like we're going to be talking about that more later, so I won't go into.
You were pretty mad at SimCity.
Like I waited the 4 days when everything was on fire, thinking it would be better, and for the most part it was. But then it just left me with the other issues that running into with the game. Like I've hit ceilings on 2 of my cities where the pathfinding, it's just the whole city's in gridlock and it just basically shuts down.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna hold off for a while. I started replaying BioShock 1 again since Infinite comes out next week.
Nice.
And then on my commute, because I have a really long commute, I've been playing Fire Emblem on the DS. Oh shit!
In your car.
Dude, Fire Emblem.
No, on
Public
the bus.
transit. Oh, thank God. I had this image of you on the highway at 75 playing your
Yeah, I have a long commute, so I just play video games while I drive.
I have
Hands-free.
played uphill racing on Android in traffic in Pittsburgh.
Wow,
Pittsburgh
dude.
traffic is horrible.
Wow.
Not
I don't
really.
think
It's
busting
not
you,
bad
that's
at
very
all.
Dangerous. You could kill a child.
I hope to kill a child.
I
That's one
used
less
to
person that
think-
gets to learn to drive
I
someday and
used to
fuck up
think
the
that
roads in
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh.
had bad traffic. I used to think that was bad traffic.
It's
yeah.
totally not
Yes,
at all.
that is
He's so innocent.
fantastic traffic. That is the best
Oh.
traffic. I would love to have Pittsburgh Parkway traffic and rush hour every
Yeah,
day
it'd be
all the time.
amazing.
That would be fantastic. Come to San Francisco.
No.
Come to LA.
Let's talk down to Hex.
Actually, who
Wow, that's
is
great,
here?
dude.
Look at this
Nanners, and a dude from Machinima, Luke, were in town like two or 3 weeks ago, and they both said that this is so much worse than anything I've ever experienced in LA.
Oh God.
Wow, that's kind of
sounds
crazy,
terrible.
actually.
But the thing about San Francisco in comparison to LA is like LA is only during rush hour, like and it's every day. Like San Francisco doesn't have it every day, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. No, Rick, you could totally. We are a PC gaming podcast, but it doesn't matter. You're playing Fire Emblem on DS. That's cool.
Yeah. We're not gonna
Totally
review
cool.
it for that.
Mobile
I've
platforms
So-
are great.
Like 25 hours in that game in the last week and a half.
Is Fire Emblem like a? Is it a roguelike or is it like?
It's
like
kind of-
XCOM kind of deal.
It's like Final Fantasy Tactics with permadeath.
Okay. All right. Because I heard Giant Bomb talking about that game a lot.
Yeah,
But-
Fire Emblem's actually a pretty decent game.
Yes.
That was Dance Wars.
Awkward silence ever.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's a
It's
game that
Hey,
plays.
guys.
Is it an esports title? Will this be it at some point?
Hey guys, this is a podcast.
So, we do have we do have Rick on here now. It works for Turn 10, correct?
Yes.
Yes, Turn 10 Studios, makers of one of my favorite games. Actually.
Ironically, the only credentials for Nick Fenn to date a woman is when she turns 10.
So yeah, that's wow,
Switches
dude.
Wow.
Sorry.
Nick Fenton did send me Forza 4 in the mail. This is on topic, so there you go.
It doesn't have anything to do with Rick, so.
Yeah, I know it has nothing to do with Rick's tenure at Turn 10, but
Rick was secretly working on Forza 4 while he was working at Zombie. That's like a good job.
But no, I had a few questions because we get a lot of questions from people on our forums and also in chats and in the Twitter questions a lot. How do I get into this gaming thing? How do I get into developing? So how did you kind of get started? Because you're still a young dude, so
Still a bit sprightly.
yes.
I honestly, it was dumb luck. I moved out to Seattle with my girlfriend literally 2 days after graduation. It was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done, because I think we moved out here into like a high-rise apartment in the middle of downtown, and all we had between the two of us was a $10 an hour internship.
Wow.
So that could have ended really poorly, but yeah, it was. I did like a 2-week stint doing QA on Fable 3 as soon as I got out here, and then I just got lucky. Honestly,
What did you
right place, right time.
What did you major in college?
Telecommunications, information studies, and media.
So did you just like dick around in Unreal 3 or to get started with it, or like?
So during school I worked in Unity a lot, and Unity was really blowing up at the time, and that's what got me my first job, is like hey, we need somebody who knows Unity in and out to do level and encounter design for this kid's MMO. And so that's basically what got me the job. And then from there, basically once you kind of learn an editor, regardless of what one it is, you can pick up other ones pretty quickly. So Unreal wasn't that hard to pick up after that.
Nice.
But yeah, if people want to get into games, just go download Unreal and start dicking around with it. It depends on what you want to do. It's so powerful, and it's the best way to get. I won't say it's the best, but it's a great way to get your foot in the door. Just taking the initiative on your own to make a mod, make a map, do anything like that. So
Yeah, that's the only editor I've ever been able to be like, yeah, I can make stuff in this. I can do this.
Yeah, I got to see Rick play spawns and troubleshoots and stuff while I was at Zombie.
Rick Lesley play spawns in real time.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was pretty fucking cool, actually. I got to see them, like, we got to play test the maps that came out, like, a few months later. I got to play test, what was it? The alley map. Forget the exact name of the map.
Play Decay.
Yeah, and the disease one. I forget what that one's even called as well, but the two that came out recently. So yeah, so that was pretty cool to watch you do that. So there you go, guys. Dick around in an engine. That's all you need to do. Yes, make stuff.
Yeah, just put your dick in an engine.
Actually,
wait, I think I got that wrong. I'm sorry.
Steam Workshop is probably one of the best things to happen to people who do want to do that. Because if you want a mod, you might as well start doing that first and go with modding and move on from there. So there you go.
You just need to make hats for Dota 2, and then you'll make bank.
Yeah, you will. No, you actually will make bank.
If it's going to be anything like TF2, which it will probably be bigger, it's going to be ridiculous.
So,
those people that make hats will probably make more than I'll ever make in my life. And
so you're at turn 10 now. Obviously, the makers of Forza. Can you talk about anything you're working on?
I cannot talk about anything that I'm working on.
Okay, I didn't think you could actually.
Forza 5 confirmed. You heard it.
It has 4 wheels and it goes vroom.
Forza 5 confirmed by Rick Lesley from Turn 10.
At all.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's totally fine. I figured that actually.
Also, Forza coming to PC confirmed.
Let's get these articles pumping out. Let's get the
Halo
headline.
3 PC.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Everyone just confirm everything. Rick hangs
I'm
up.
going to work on Monday and my key card's not going to work.
This just in, Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out this summer.
PC exclusive. Kingdom Hearts
PC
3.
only, yeah.
Rick Lesley confirmed.
Half-Life 4,
confirmed.
yeah.
Lesley. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
So, there you go, guys.
And Rick was fired as soon as this podcast ended.
So we do occasionally talk about things we've been watching, although now that we're between Sherlock seasons, we've just been sitting on our thumbs, basically.
Just stare at
Yeah, just stare at blank TVs.
It's me rewatching the last 15 minutes of the last episode of Series 2 and just crying.
Yeah,
Crying.
Trying
in
to
a
figure
ball.
out just why.
And I know you watch a good amount of shows. You also read these book items, which I don't even know what those are, but
They're like the internet, but they don't update.
that's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, I know.
So
Oh shit, that's the best description of a
it's like the internet, but it
It's like
doesn't
an internet, but there's
update.
never any updates. Like
Oh
you get
my
a little
God.
bit of internet, and then that's once it's done, fucking throw it away.
I will
It's,
say-
it's worthless.
Rick did recommend Snow Crash to me, and that book's really good. I read it
Right?
on the way to Seattle. Yeah. I have a feeling that BLR Katana has something to do with Snow Crash. But so what you watching any cool shows right now? I know you watch a good chunk of stuff.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, the other Rick.
I thought you were going through everyone.
Oh, we could. Yeah, since John has
Yeah.
dropped, we got to get him back at some point. But
I'm going through Justified right now.
Oh, I just
recently
downloaded that. I heard it's
introduced to
awesome.
It is really good.
is that the? Oh God, I swear I saw commercials for that
It's
show.
like the he's like a U.S. Marshal, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like Walker Texas Ranger, but without Chuck Norris. And
Well,
with
then
more
fuck
swearing.
this show. No Chuck Norris? What are you trying to do here? God.
And then Walking Dead, obviously, even though this second half of the season has been kind of mediocre.
The game's better.
Yeah. Yes, the game was much better. And I don't know, I watch a lot of TV. An unhealthy amount of TV, so.
So, anyone else watch anything?
Homeland.
Homeland. My wife
Yes.
watched that whole show in 2 nights or something. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, excellent. That and what else are we watching right now? We still watch Bob's Burgers, which is hilarious.
Dude, I love Family Guy.
Dude, it's not even the same person.
I thought it was. I thought it was Seth
it's not-
MacFarlane.
it's not
Oh
Seth
my
MacFarlane.
God.
Wow.
Just
I
get
thought it
out.
was.
You're fired. No more podcast for you. No.
Is it on Fox?
Yes, but it's
It
not
sucks.
Seth
Welcome to Good Burger.
Bob's Burger
Home
is
of the
not
Good
bad.
Burger.
Mac-
Can
No,
I
Bob's
take your
Burgers is
order?
funny.
Archer is fucking sweet, though.
Archer, yeah, I'm watching Archer right now, and I actually still fucking watch Restaurant Impossible every week.
Nice.
It's a good fucking show. I watch that
is.
shit. I watch everything on the Food Network.
Yeah, I watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Follow Friday, Guy Fieri.
Nick Fenton
Oh.
loves Guy Fieri.
Every
Dude,
week.
he's my
All
hero.
I'm saying is No Reservations is the best show. on
It
that
was the
fucking
best
channel.
show.
No Reservations is great.
I thought that was
Bourdain is.
that's on Travel Channel.
Yeah.
Guy
Yeah.
Fieri is the best.
That was the best show
host
that's
ever.
like that.
I
Bourdain.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Bourdain
Bourdain's
is probably
awesome.
my favorite person in the world. He's up there.
Guy Fieri and his goddamn frosted tips. That's right, chat.
Yeah, frosted tips are amazing.
What did I
Archer, do you have to watch that from the beginning, or is it one of those
No,
shows that you
it
can
doesn't
just
matter.
drop out?
I mean, like,
It's-
There are some running
There's
jokes.
there is
yeah.
some running jokes, yeah, but
Okay.
overall you can just
could piece
kind
it
of
Figure it
together.
out. But like honestly, it's one of those shows that's not. It's like 13 episodes a season, and they're all half an hour. And if you like, you could watch
Yeah.
it in a day.
The
It's
show-
it's not a.
Like every episode moves like really fast and like
Okay.
And they're all just like constant, nonstop jokes. Like it's not
Yeah.
like there's a really long overarching. You could just watch like half of every season and get every joke that's happening.
I started watching Trailer Park Boys again from the beginning. If you guys have never seen Trailer Park Boys,
I have
seriously,
not.
the whole thing is on Netflix, and all the movies are also on Netflix. It's a Canadian mockumentary of these dudes who live in a trailer park. It's amazing, and there's John's chest. It's a nice chest.
he's making gains. Look at them pecs.
So, yes, TPB is the best. Thank you, chat. But John is back, so I'm going to move on to what I have been playing this week, which was SimCity for a solid amount. And I think I'm about 20 hours into that game. But I don't know, man. I hit a wall, like Rick said. I hit a wall in so many cities where I just couldn't do anything past that I basically quit playing. Like midstream with Chaz on Thursday, I was like, "Yep, I'm done." Like I wasn't
Did you
even
uninstall
mad.
the game yet?
I have.
I didn't uninstall the game yet. I just went and got Tropico 4 and also started Mass Effect. So
Yeah, Mass Effect will fix the problems for
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Mass Effect.
yeah, I started Mass Effect 1 about an hour and a half into it, so I'm not very far, but it has grabbed me for sure. The combat's a little annoying.
Wait till you
Yeah.
get to 2, then it's amazing. Then it's
Yep.
like
Yeah.
sex in a video game.
you.
It's
Yeah.
Mass
It's
Effect
much
3's
better.
visuals are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, the game looks like Mass Effect 1 looks slightly dated, but not like
That
super
game came
dated.
out in like what?
06 or 07?
Yeah, 06 or 07.
It was
It's been a
it was
while.
it was 07 because I played it in my first apartment the year I got married.
So,
Because I remember bringing it home and I was like, yeah, fucking Mass Effect, space opera RPG. Opened it up, popped it on my Xbox because I didn't have a PC that could play it. Turned on the Xbox, it played the opening scene and then immediately red ringed, and I could not play it.
that's pretty awesome.
Immediately, like it was like Mass Effect,
accurate.
just glorious, and then boom, red ring, and I shipped my Xbox off for a month and couldn't play it, and then
Well, I could see how Mass Effect 1 would have taken a hell of a PC at the time. Definitely. You would have had to have a pretty legit system to run Mass
Yeah.
Effect
I
1.
did
The
not.
best part about Mass Effect 1 are the Mako sections of that game, which is the big.
I made a
ATV
blonde-haired
game.
Asian man with a beard. I don't know how it ended up that way, but that is what my shepherd looks like.
Oh my
I always just play with the default Shepherd. Like,
That's what I did.
Me too.
I should have. I should have made default shepherd.
We're really boring.
You're actually never going to see the person, so.
That's true. You got a point there, except in cutscenes, which are plentiful. But
What? You're gonna see your face a lot in Mass
yeah, in
Effect.
cutscenes.
But you're not going
all
to see,
the
like, the
time.
hair and shit.
What?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you constantly.
It's third person.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a third-person
forget.
game.
I know.
Sort
but
of.
it's
Like the
helmet.
game.
It's the back of their head for like 30 hours each game.
Didn't he have a fucking helmet on?
Well, I mean, you
Turn the
can.
helmet off.
Some sections.
I had a helmet on. I don't remember seeing my hair. Maybe I just had like normal hair. It's been like
You
4
can
years.
hide the helmet.
You can hide the helmet, which
Well, there's
that
that.
was my WoW MO. Was always to hide the helmet. But SimCity guys. So we were talking this week, Chaz and various other KBMOD people, about SimCity, and we basically had said that we like the game. Like you said, Scott, I actually like the game.
Yeah.
But it's not the SimCity that I was hoping they would be
Evolved.
making.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
and because the whole point of SimCity is like, look at this massive metropolis I have crafted that has like
Exactly.
every aspect, a real city. Okay? And this starts our news section, I guess you could say, but it's more of a
We're not gonna
discussion.
run an ad and get money. What's happening?
Well, we could in a second here.
Okay.
But so we're going to talk about how to make a reboot correctly of a game here. And
Don't do what Maxis did.
So we're going to talk about that here after a 60-second commercial break, as Scott has so definitely reminded me. And we will be right back.
I'm such a scumbag. Everyone's like, "Oh, great, they didn't run an ad."
That is pretty
Remind
scummy.
everyone. Oh well.
Oh, yeah, Dirk Deadeye. Lucy Bradshaw calling me out. Yeah. You're dead wrong.
Lucy Bradshaw, I think, may be actually insane. Like, should seek
Yeah, I don't know that she's, like, people,
psychiatric attention because she has said so many schizophrenic things in the last week. There are 6 people inside her head, and each one of them has a different opinion on what SimCity is, and they all have gotten airtime.
You know those clips from, like, horror movies when the person's head just goes really fast, you know?
Yeah.
Like, back and forth? That's Lucy Bradshaw. Just
Yeah,
pretty much all the time.
she's gone insane this week.
So, Rick Lesley saying F you because he is in some ads right now. Thank you for supporting the stream, Rick.
Oh man. Make sure you click on them as well, Rick. Thank you. Every guest is required.
Sign up for any offers that they
Sign
give
up.
you.
Yep.
I duke it with a great. Here's a shitload of money, Lucy. It's all your fault. EA. So, what got me thinking about this was, obviously SimCity rebooted, and in the same week we got a Tomb Raider reboot, which by all accounts was done.
One of these things is not like the other.
And then while we were in stream this week playing, we played some SimCity with viewers. We made a new plot. People were like, Dan, you should check out Age of Empires 2 HD, like this remake that's coming out in April. And I'm like, I've never even played Age of Empires. But basically, I'm like, no, I've never played Age of Empires, man.
It's like
so-
still
a
the
thing
most
that we're gonna
popular
do.
game in Vietnam.
Yeah,
Like, there's a huge competitive scene for it.
It's
like-
so good. It's so good. I can't wait for the HD remake of this game.
So I asked basically, what is the HD remake? Is this gonna be one of those things like Tony Hawk, where they just make a shit port and make it in HD, like that's it? You don't do anything to the game. But basically, what it sounds like from people is that Age of Empires 2 HD is basically Age of Empires, visual engine rebuilt, and then you get Steam Workshop support as well.
So all the mods that people have been doing for a million years for that game, they're coming.
What they basically said when they made this HD remake is, this game was really good anyway. We don't need to mess with what was good, 8-10 years ago. And it got me thinking, like, so SimCity went and completely changed how the game is played.
Yep.
With this game. In that, when I played SimCity 2000, I would have taken an entire region and made that my city. And you could have everything. Because in a real city, LA, Pittsburgh, whatever, it's not like LA just has, like, industry and that's it.
You
know what I mean?
Mostly
Like,
homeless people.
Yeah, it's mostly...
That's like
So in that way,
APL's city after he
it's
raised
mostly
taxes.
gridlock and homeless people. So in that way, this SimCity is very realistic. But like, LA has sports teams. LA has some industry. It has some tech. It has some entertainment. It has, but in SimCity, you have this region and you can really only focus on one thing. You can't, and that is why I've come to the conclusion that I'll probably still play this game, but it's like just to try different types of cities. But it's not the SimCity that I wanted it to be. It isn't the experience that I thought I was going to have.
It's not the SimCity we deserve.
Exactly.
Have you expanded to other cities in your region?
I've done 2 cities, yeah, but yeah, and yes, you can share some services, but it's
bullshit. It's total bullshit. Listen,
it's not the same.
Fact that
it's not the
fact
same.
That you have to share, like, it took me out of it. I started building another city, to deal with some of the issues I was having in my other city. And it totally takes you out of it, like the fact you have to change regions every time. You know what I mean? Go over, and I get that. I don't know. They had, what was the reason for that? Like technical issues because of all the engines like processing so much shit in real time that they couldn't make.
Supposedly they're gonna get bigger. Supposedly,
but like it does
for
like,
only $18.99 a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I agree though. I think it's not an ideal way to do it. It doesn't feel like you said the SimCity of old at all.
Go ahead.
There's things that this one does well, but the other one, like you talked about. Who said the sound design?
Visually, it's great.
Yeah, visually.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Sound design is really satisfying, and like there is a lot of good things about it. But at the end of the day, like we're all talking about how we hit this glass ceiling where we can't. There's nothing you can really do with your city after a certain point unless unless you do what I did and fucking
your
tax
city,
everyone at 20% and rebuild it. So I don't know. I think it's just really it's a missed opportunity for
Rick said this on Twitter.
Yeah.
He was basically like, if you grow too fast, your city just crumbles.
Yep.
Under the weight of its own infrastructure, and it's just like, if this was old SimCity, you could just play and make the city bigger. Oh, I need more of this. I will just put more of it here, as a real city would. Like you wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, like there was I accidentally let one city, like I went down and like made dinner and watched TV and came out and I was like, oh, I left it on like cheetah mode for 2 hours, and I had like 110,000 people, and it was just kind of a mess. But I realized I literally couldn't do anything else unless I wanted to like start tearing down sections of my city to actually support it, and that just didn't sound fun to me at the time. So
yeah, well, it's not fun when you get to that point and you're like, oh, I need more sewer, and then you can't even get any more of it from someone else, and there's nothing you can do. The water is the most annoying thing. The water runs out so fast.
True.
Well, and the thing is, like Scott had mentioned, that they said, EA said a lot of things about this game that are required. Like, oh, there's so much going on for processing how your city functions that, we have to do it this way. Like, this is the only way it would work. And within, like, a week of the game being live, some guy was like, yeah, here's a JavaScript patch that says bullshit. Like,
yeah.
My computer runs an entire region by itself offline with absolutely no load. So, I mean, if you wanted to do it this way, I would be totally fine with it. If you would just tell me, like, hey, we don't think that you should be allowed to play offline. Like, we just think, we can lie to you and take your money, and you'll do it because whatever. And that's honestly one of the most disappointing games that I have played. Like, when we do the KGAs this year, most disappointing game, SimCity.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like, that is already my vote.
So as far as remakes, though, so we've seen that, like, for me personally, like, I like SimCity, but it's not the game I wanted it to be. And but then you see a game like Tomb Raider come out in the same week.
You weren't even thinking about it.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that game because the old Tomb Raiders, it was like kind of platformy with this giant titted woman. Like it was essentially she was like
more
invincible.
Recent Tomb Raiders werenn't that great.
No,
and they weren't. It kind of
they weren't horrible, but they weren't great.
Yeah, they were. It was like.
But to me,
okay.
You can do. But all reviews of this game, including from AJ, community member AJ likes gaming, and Hex has loved the game so far. He's played of it.
And Dan knows, like, when that game was coming out, Dan was like, this game looks really good, and it looks like it's getting some good hype. And I was like, I could give two shits about fucking Tomb Raider. Those games are terrible. There's no way it's going to be good. To hell with it. And it came out, and I was like, all right, well, everyone's saying it's good. I'll try it, I guess. And we played an extra hour on my stream the first week it came out, because I was like, this game is amazing. Like, it's basically if you took Far Cry, and we're like, what if I gave you a third-person perspective and a bow and arrow? Go.
How is it like Far Cry at all? I don't
Because
understand.
It's not
giant
open world.
jungle island to
Like,
run around in
no.
and shoot things.
It's
No.
more Uncharted than anything.
No.
That's fair. I can see that. More
But-
Uncharted.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make here is they went out and took the Tomb Raider IP and made it. They rebooted it. This is essentially a reimagining of the whole Lara Croft story. But they made her into this. Well, they tried. From what I've heard, it actually doesn't succeed at doing this too well. But made her into this vulnerable girl who is like put in this horrible situation. She's like not prepared for this at all. Whereas in the old game, she was basically a superwoman of adventuring and like could a badass.
Yeah.
And so they went and they took an IP that already existed and people are familiar with, and they did a reboot correctly. So to me, there's like 2 or 3 ways you can do a reboot, and that is, but you never need to touch the original too much, I guess. And if you do, you need to take it somewhere interesting. And I think SimCity just, I mean, it isn't the game we wanted it to be, and they took this formula and they were like, let's make it an MMO instead. When really, all that people wanted from a SimCity was just SimCity.
To build a city.
Yeah, I want to build a city.
Right.
That's what I want to do. And when they, I remember us talking about this months ago on the cast for SimCity. When they were talking about region play, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. We're going to have like this whole plot of land I can use, like the size of one of the current regions. And then my region will be next to your region, But we won't be able to like see them, if that makes any sense. It's not like the map is now, but like a whole map now would have been my city, and you also got a whole map. And then that was we could choose to be in like a party in multiplayer. That's how I thought it was going to work.
If the maps were the size of like a region now, it would be great.
Yeah, that'd be epic.
So
How has anyone actually joined like a random public region? Everyone that I've joined or have even had access to has been full.
yeah, I haven't joined a public one. We created one with viewers, and we created a KBMOD contributor one, but that's it.
Okay. And nobody's ever joined mine. Mine are all public, but nobody's ever joined them. I don't know where these like open regions are going, but I haven't seen any of them.
The thing is,
It's not a game that you want to play with somebody you don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, definitely not.
you
at
can
all.
troll
It's
so
just-
hard too if
Yeah,
you
it's
wanted.
just not something that you would want to play.
Oh,
Like,
you're
you don't
using
wanna
my
play
garbage?
FPS with somebody you don't know.
Yeah,
let alone
exactly.
Something like that.
Like,
Yeah.
case in point, when I did my whole money scheme to get $600,000, people were leaving my city en masse, but Sark has a plot of land in my region and was trying to build his epic city in my region, and all of my homeless people migrated to his city and started committing crimes and shit. And he was so upset because, he had to deal with that while he was trying to build this,
Yeah, that's the
That's
whole
what you
thing.
get for
Utopia.
making your city look appealing.
And you
That's
can,
right.
but you can
Desert.
you can troll in that like so bad, and there's nothing
Exactly.
to stop it. Like you could be
No.
like, oh, this guy is using some of my garbage space. Well, time to just bulldoze my garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. Here we go. Like, but
Yeah, I had a serial killer in one of my big cities. Like
That's
it's
what
like
that
there's a
was.
serial killer on the
Yeah.
loose, and so I go start a new city. And
How many
it's
people
like,
did he kill?
I don't remember it because I haven't caught him yet. But we're sitting there. And, like,
He's still
starting a new
going.
he's still going.
I started a new city, so there's no like police, there's no fire trucks, and there's like people moving in. All of a sudden, the serial killer enters the city and just starts killing people. I'm like, oh, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, come on.
Yeah. So you see a game like SimCity completely change the formula that made it correct. Whereas Tomb Raider, it stays an adventure game, but you rebooted the character completely.
Right.
But it
Yeah.
works that way. That works.
It's
And
such a
this-
fine line too. I don't think the fact that like I agree with what you're saying. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can do a reboot that strays from the original if like you said, the new idea or the new direction is innovative enough and keeps at least the spirit of the original, and you can see where they went with it. Like with SimCity, I think they were like you said, it's disappointing, but obviously the tech behind it and everything is super impressive.
Yeah.
And there are moments in SimCity that you're like, if this was a little bit more like the original, this game would be fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
Right.
And
yeah,
they
it's
just-
like halfway there. It's like so
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another game that got me thinking about this, because we've talked about this before, John and I especially, if Splash Damage were to reboot ET, literally all they would have to do is what Age of Empires 2 did. So basically, if you're gonna reboot enemy territory, make it with HD textures or just HD resolutions available, and make like the server browser a thing that works, because it was pretty broken in the old game. But that's all you have to do. Don't touch that game,
Right.
Like have
Yeah.
some restraint. And while I was playing Brink at the charity stream when we hit, but while I was playing it, I was playing the medic class, and the medic class honestly plays a lot like the ET medic class. Like, it borrows a lot from how that class worked. And as I was playing it, I wasn't even like, it was fun, you know, it was funny because we were playing on the charity stream. But in my head, I was like, a few tweaks, and they could have just, you know, they could have made this enemy territory if they had just done this right and made some maps.
They would have had
suck.
to redo all the maps.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, like, you didn't have to do this. like you didn't have to, basically. Not that Brink was supposed to be a remake of ET, but
You
it's
cut me
like
deep splash damage. You cut me deep.
you could have.
When you see the name Splash Damage, you want ET. Is
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Rick,
They
you know
can
anybody
never
with
get
splash
away from-
damage? Just let them know. HDET. That's...
Yeah, that's all we need, dude. I'll pay $60 for that right now.
Well,
I would too. Yeah, great game.
I
mean, we
wasn't
should definitely
kidding.
get-
I'd pay $200 for it. Don't
we
even
should definitely
care.
get Rick's take on this, considering he is in the design and
so
industry.
what do
at
you
least
what do
in
you
gaming.
think, Rick? If you're gonna
Yeah.
reboot a game,
Like,
are we on the right path here, or
Reboot like a
remakes.
classic that everybody loved.
right?
like
I'm sure it's dangerous.
System Shock 2?
Yeah,
Let's
like
say we
Modern Warfare 3.
remake System Shock 2.
Yeah, like Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Let's reboot Modern Warfare 3. Just Modern Warfare 3. Not Call of Duty, just Modern Warfare 3.
Good.
I don't know. It's tough because I picked up the original Deus Ex, and
What a
there's
fucking game.
there's a big HD texture pack, and it touches everything. But I guess it all depends on how much time has passed since the original one.
Yeah, I would
came
agree
out.
with that.
Because so if they re-released it with just like an HD texture pack, I don't know if that would be kind of enough for a repurchase. I feel like there has to be. I don't know if the systems would need to be touched, because obviously a game like that, the systems were great from the get-go. I feel like it's more of just character models, obviously textures, but kind of like what Black Mesa did.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Black
like when I picture a re-release, I picture something like Black Mesa almost. But
Yeah.
in terms of a reboot, that's a tough call, because there's so many diehard fans who like fight for the original one that you may end up pissing off a lot more people than you actually want to. So that's a tough call.
I feel like too, like part of it is just you're gonna piss some people off no matter what, because when we you know we look at our older games and titles that we played when we were younger with, you know, such nostalgia that you know, no game, I mean, very rarely does a reboot ever live up to the original in anyone's mind, and it might not even be because the reboot is not as good. It may be better in a lot of ways, but we're you know, we're as humans, we can't.
It's not
like
the same.
it's not the same. It was the best it was when it was, you know,
Right.
it's just like the old timer syndrome. Like that's what happens.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think any studio that does that is fighting an uphill battle already, which is why it's impressive when they do pull it off. And I don't think a lot of times
like
we don't
Tomb
give that
Raider.
enough credit. Yeah, exactly.
But
Well, actually, we were
Bullshit,
talking about this at the LAN last weekend when we did the Super Mario 3 playthrough, and Dan specifically was like, "Why don't they just make games like this?" And it's like, well, you know, they're still making the same damn Mario game, but we that's our epitome. Like, that's the best Mario game we've ever played.
yeah, but like
So-
what I was saying there is what I've mentioned in these other games as well. Like, it's like, oh, let's add this 3D element to Mario. Like, not Mario 64. I'm talking about like the newer
that's fair.
platform. It's like, I don't really care. Just give me Tanuki suits and fucking let me break blocks and shit. Like, I don't need to have all these extra Mario things. That works so well. We don't really need to evolve it anymore, I guess. Put new graphics on it, fine. Make it shiny and pretty, but like,
Yeah, I mean, we all said, like, just give me HD Super Mario 3. Just give me that. I'll buy that tomorrow.
Yeah. So, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I feel like in terms of being successful with that now, there's an uphill battle with like the new gamers, because obviously we've all kind of grown up on those games, but those like I'm picturing the 12 to like 17-year-olds now
The Halo
might be kind of
the Halo
deterred,
kids. The kids who
deterred
discovered gaming
by
with
the
Halo.
like, oh, it's like
Yeah.
this seems really old school, and I don't like that. So I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird. And like Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII, I would seriously pay ungodly amounts of money for an HD remake, but like I don't want voice acting. I still want the same
Yeah,
like crappy
just want the text.
translation and everything. But like if you gave somebody like a fully realized RPG like that now, and it was just all text, people would be like, why isn't there any voice acting? Why is why is it like this? This doesn't seem very modern anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a good point.
So I have a final question to kind of wrap this up. We'll just go around the table here. Some of us may have already mentioned our answers. What game would you like to see rebooted and hopefully done in a correct manner?
Pokemon Snap.
I actually
Good answer.
wouldn't,
Good
I
answer.
actually wouldn't disagree with that. Nick.
I would love to see a Pokemon Snap
Like,
on the Wii U. You could do that shit.
That would be
It
great on
doesn't
the Wii
even-
U,
I
actually.
don't even care. Like, I want it to be like on a platform that has like extremely good visuals. Like, I want them to bring the Pokemon universe like to real life, if that makes sense. Like, I want to see like high quality visuals with it, just to see how awesome it would be.
I mean, I've
Fucking
said that's the
develop,
one
like,
thing that would
develop
sell me a
the
Wii U.
Yes, develop like a DSLR fucking Wii U controller or something for it too. Like, it'd be that
Yeah.
would be awesome. That
Yeah.
would be incredible.
An online Pokemon game for the Wii U is the one thing that would sell me that console. Like, I would buy it tomorrow.
As far as a game that just needs to be made, that's still Harry Potter MMO. You fucking lazy pieces of shit, please.
That's fair. That's fair.
What about you, Scott?
I mean, I'm going to have to say this is just.
A good Counter-Strike game?
Oh, that's
I thought
funny.
you were going
Well,
to say that.
No, I could say that. No, Jedi Power Battles. As much as I joke about how much that game was so fun, and I would take, and I wouldn't take them to change anything. I would do the same visual HD remake thing. Don't touch the formula. Jedi Power Battles was perfect from the start. So everyone's in the chat knows I was going to call that out.
I want Jedi Power Battles at EVO this year.
Oh, dude,
Somebody make
it'll be
that
so
happen.
good, man. It was so great.
Jedi Power, not Masters of Tekasai. Like,
Oh God, that game. What a. I remember
Jedi-
I
the
rented that
Jedi
from
Knight
Blockbuster
games-
for 4 weeks, man.
That's a good point. Time splitters.
Time
Right,
Splitters.
Jedi
Well,
Jedi.
that remake is being redone.
yeah, I got
Yep.
approved for the Cry
Crytek
3 engine. Yep.
Crytek approved a Time Splitters remake.
I'm all about that. I can't wait.
Yes.
House
For
of the Dead would
PC.
be another one,
It is
too.
for PC as well. Oh, you know what? House of the Dead. That reminds me, because I always played that in the arcades. Fucking Ninja Turtles or X-Men arcade game remake.
Not bad.
Just
Yeah,
make a
that'd be
4-player, same screen co-op. That would be a fucking blast.
This, yeah.
They've made HD versions of.
Yeah, I love that some of the chat ones are good here too. COD 2 HD. I would totally play the hell out of that.
This isn't a remake. This is what I've ranted about this before. But the fact that the hidden mod, on the source engine, has not been fucking taken by a studio, and don't change the formula.
Same game.
Yeah, I don't know how
take the
someone
bugs
hasn't
out.
at least tried to make like a rival mod.
That's
Well,
what I'm
maybe they
saying.
have, because it blew up a few months ago, so I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like,
that
to me,
mod.
that's such a simple formula that you could
I'm sure
not.
someone has tried to make a mod like it to get like attention or something, but it was probably
Have
not
you ever
good.
played that, Rick, or
Something.
heard of it?
What one?
The hidden.
No,
it's a
I don't-
source
I
mod.
haven't- Oh, is
So-
that the one where it's like 4 dudes running away and the one dude's invisible and trying to kill him?
Yeah, it's like Hunter mode in Crisis 3, but way better.
I've seen videos of you guys playing it, but I haven't actually tried it.
Yeah, that game would be so good
that's
as like
to
a
how good that
$15
formula
title.
is that it's still, it was in the last release before they stopped working on it, is alpha, and we will spend multiple, like, so long to try to get in a server with everyone. Servers crash a lot, and like we still play it. You know what I mean? Like, we go through
Yeah.
all that trouble to play it. It's such a simple game. I don't know. I will kickstart. Someone make that. I will kickstart the shit out of it.
Yep.
We need to
Make a $15 title, just the hidden HD or something.
Yeah,
Somebody
unbelievable.
do it. It would be so good because there's a lot of bugs, but it's so
Oh,
good
yeah.
anyway. All right, guys, we're gonna be moving on. I think actually I'm gonna kill this second topic here, and we're just gonna go straight into PAX because we have been on almost an hour already.
Before we leave, I just want to say X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. That's
X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter.
that's all
I
got.
said ET, and I think Rick Final Fantasy VII would be probably his pick for a really good
Yeah,
remake.
that's. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 or 6. That's a tough call. I don't know.
Leisure Suit Larry remake. God.
Didn't they do that and it was terrible?
Yeah, there are new Leisure Suit
I would
Larry
like
games.
a remake of Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Oh,
Ooh,
good call.
what
Battlefront
a
2
game.
from Respected, also good
What
call.
a game, Rogue Squadron. So
What was the command? Was it Commando? Star Wars Commando? Which one?
Yeah,
is it?
the one for
the one-
N64.
No, the PC one, the Republic Commando. the
Republic
squad-based
Commando.
one.
That's the one. That's what I want. I want a sequel at least.
Yeah. I would take that. That's the N64 one was the one I played the most.
There are so many
The
good Star
FPS
Wars games that
N64
have
one.
not gotten good treatment, like in terms
Yeah.
of sequels.
I would actually like somebody to take the. Does anybody remember Galactic Battlegrounds, the first MMO
The
for
art-
Star Wars?
Oh no,
It was-
Isn't-
It was
that's an
basically
RTS.
yeah. It was literally like the Age of Empires 2 engine
It's
with
it's
a Star Wars skin.
the same. It's Ensemble, right?
Yep, it's Ensemble Studios. It's just take the new HD update of Age of Empires 2 and then skin it for Galactic Battlegrounds, and I'm in. I'm in for one.
So that was it on our talk. That was a good discussion of reboots and remakes there. But we're gonna move on here to I know Rick and Scott are not going to PAX, but there's still probably news coming out of them that you would like to hear. So we're gonna discuss here kind of what we're looking forward to most at PAX, and I guess I could start. There's 2 games in particular that I want to play before I leave. Rise of the Triad, the new one, the remake.
The new Rot, yeah, that's good.
And I don't think the line will be too bad for that. I hope not, anyway. And Watch Dogs, which the line will be terrible for. But I really want to play Watch Dogs.
Good calls.
But Rise of the Triad, to me, God, see, that's a remake that looks like it's done right. It's being done by Apogee, too. So I'm totally down with that.
Blizzard's new game is all I care about.
Yeah,
I want to, if I don't know if it's Blizzard All Stars, like because they
I don't
they're
think
saying,
it is.
they're
No, they
saying
said it's
something
no
new.
announced title. Nothing that's been
But they've
announced. Are you going to
they've
that panel?
They've never
That's right.
formally announced Blizzard All Stars.
He's
either.
true. That's
They've
true.
never formally
And they've
announced
never
it.
shown it. They've
People
never
just
shown
know
it.
that it's a thing, but they've never formally announced the title.
What is it supposed to be?
It's
a
supposed to be
MOBA.
Stars is
Their
Dota.
yeah.
It's
Dota.
Dota.
Oh,
That's gonna be
okay.
God, man. 3 of those on the market. That's gonna be 3 of those type of
I don't
games.
know.
That'd be
I
interesting.
feel like
It's 3
that's-
different audiences though. Like I'd probably play the Blizzard one just because like
It's
to
Blizzard
like, play as
characters.
Lich King, like to play as the characters that I've
Yeah.
loved for the last 7 years is
Mm.
cool, but I don't. Riot has nothing to worry about. They're
Yeah.
like months ahead of or years ahead of everybody in terms of like balance and building the community. They're fine.
So, what about you guys?
Um,
Blizzard's huge, obviously.
Blizzard is a big one. I'm really hoping that Team Meat is making an appearance this year, although I don't think they are, because I'd like to see
With
Meat.
Mutastic or whatever it is.
Eugenics, man. It's Pokemon with cats, dude.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I'm excited for that one.
For
And
those, for that, real quick, for those who don't know, Eugenics, there wasn't much info out, but it is essentially the best description of that game. I think you would agree, X. Pokemon.
yeah, Pokemon with
cats.
cats. Like that's what it seems. And there's like, I think the whole premise is like you're a crazy cat lady that's trying to catch them all, basically. Like
Oh
you
my
just
God.
you just
They
want to get as
said-
many
they
cats as
said-
possible.
I read an article about it, and I forget where. It's like we wanted to make a game with cats. He's like, we had no idea what we were going to do. He's like, and we still have no idea what we're going to do, but it's going to be Pokemon with cats.
Yeah, that's,
Wow.
and that's fine. Like that's all I want. I'm fine with it. I don't care.
That's why you love indie devs because they don't even know what they're making until they make it.
That's
Yeah.
the best thing about indie game. Like for all the stuff that's happening in PC game, like you have stuff like Crisis 3, which looks amazing, but the indie devs now are like, if you were an NES kid, like there were games like Golgo 13, which were insane for then, or Burger Time, which should make hamburgers.
Burger Time!
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
go make
man.
hamburgers on the NES. Like that's indie games.
I
and
remember
that's
Burger Time.
So good. I love it.
I honestly don't even know what's going to be at PAX. I haven't looked. Like the big game for me this year is coming out next week. So I mean,
Yeah,
Bioshock.
Respawn Entertainment's
What
gonna
game's
show
next
something
week?
on PAX,
Is
isn't it?
Respawn showing at PAX? Or is it GDC that they're showing
It's
at?
E3.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
GDC
E3.
they're announcing. GDC
Yeah.
they're announcing.
And they're making E3
Um,
presents too.
They will have the game playable at E3.
hmm
Interesting.
I hope it's good. Yeah, BF4. pfft.
I
Yeah.
actually wouldn't mind seeing BF4. I got the endgame DLC for BF3, and it's actually really good. Still
the
Battlefield
part
3,
that I'll
so-
probably end up liking the most at PAX will just be like random indie games that you just like walk around and look
Curse
at
of
them for a
Nordic
while.
Cove beta, dude. Curse of Nordic
Yeah.
Cove, get on me.
The Indie Mega booth looks good. I'm excited to see what's going on in that booth.
Yeah, Rick, will turn 10 be there? Come on, dude.
I have no idea.
Wow, dude.
I've been here a week. I don't know what's happening. I don't even have a desk yet.
Sound like Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon was like, my desk is like tacked on to someone else's desk.
He's like, I don't know what I'm doing, and we're like, yeah, neither do we. We'll figure that out after PAX. Just take the money.
Just take the money.
Does he just like sit at his desk and smear? Does he like apply heat sinks and stuff? Like he just like
With his
looks at
credit
him?
card.
Yeah.
No, he just sits there and writes articles for KBMOD apparently.
He hasn't done a damn thing.
Yeah.
I saw him doing the PC build.
Yeah, he did do that. That's because I can't do anything anymore.
No,
So-
you just keep asking me to write things. Could you do this today? Can you do
Yeah,
that
I can't do anything. It's fucking the worst.
That's fine because I have nothing to do at work. So
But there you go,
No
guys.
problems.
If you're going to be at PAX, we will be posting a post this week. We're going to have a meetup, I think Friday is what ended up
I think
being
we're going
decided.
Saturday. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Probably
Saturday is the
Saturday,
better day. It's
middle
the
of
more
the day.
popular day. Yeah. So
I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll try to come.
yeah, it's totally fine. You guys are there with Twitch, so
see,
But,
I think
um,
Saturday night we should use Chesna's MacBook and have a crazy ass podcast Saturday night.
I think Saturday night we should
I
use
think
Chesna's
we'll be
credit
at
card.
party. Yeah, we should use Chez's party.
Okay,
credit.
that too.
Um,
That's fine.
Yeah, because Ches isn't going to be there, so.
Fight against lobster abuse. Oh my god. Okay, so that's what we're looking forward to at PAX. R.I.P. Scott Fisher, etc., etc. We will
bringing
miss
Scott
you,
with me.
Scott. We will
Bringing
miss
him with
you
me on my
dearly.
Dude, I wish I could go. Don't even get me started. I don't want to.
I know
Yeah,
you'll.
anyway.
Yeah, I know you'll.
Don't even get me started. But yeah.
So moving on to a couple quick hits in the news, and both are awesome though. Both are fucking sweet. Okay, so Payday 2, bros. Payday 2 is coming out, and it looks really good. It looks
Yes.
like
They're not even going to change the formula. This is how you make a next
yes,
new game.
that's how you
Don't
make a
change
new
the
game.
formula. Just
Do these
charge me for
batshit
different
insane
maps.
heists, and then, but now we have talent trees, and they can actually like do stuff. There's 4 different classes. I mean, they're not even classes really, but
you take a great game and make it in depth.
yeah. So basically, they just made it more replayable because, frankly, after playing all the missions through once, and doing it again with like some new people, that was essentially Payday. Like,
Yeah,
unless you really wanted to level,
There are
like,
only a couple maps that really let you do things more than one way for the most part.
well, apparently there's a lot of ways to do it, but we're just bad.
Well,
that's what I heard from
I mean,
most
like,
people.
There are certain maps, like the bridge map, like you can't really do that a whole lot of different ways.
So, but Payday was really good, the first one. This one, basically, they are just going to be improving on it. You can be like a mastermind, and you can turn cops to your side or hostages to your side. You can be like a tech expert, and you can like jam cameras or hack faster into security systems, that kind of thing. So it's a lot more in depth. I think in the other one, what you could just like change your accessory and then your guns. Like that was it. And you essentially leveled up. You could make a different class, kind of, but it wasn't in depth. But no release date yet on it. But 2013. We know it's coming out in 2013. It'll be like $20-$30 probably. The first one was only $30 at release, I think. So, but
Is this getting released on PlayStation again?
I don't know. I know it's coming out for PC.
I hope it's just PC and it doesn't get the treatment that it got.
But basically they said they promised that the missions wouldn't, and I put this in the article I wrote about it, but that the missions will not just devolve into you fighting 1 million enemies each time, because that was essentially every mission was like, can I outlast this last rush of guys? So they're changing that formula to try to make it more in depth, more paths to go on. So Payday 2, keep your eyes on that one. And then, of course, Saints Row 4, which Nick Fenton was critical of, I believe. But
I wasn't critical. I just made an observation. Wow, I make a single tweet and I'm already hating on a game. Jesus.
What was the tweet? What did the tweet
you
say?
are pretty hateful,
Saints
though.
Row 3 looks like DLC, a big DLC add-on, or Saints
Yeah,
Row 4
well-
looks like a big DLC add-on for Saints Row 3, and apparently it basically is.
Yeah,
so I'm not very wrong.
it was supposed to be the Enter the Dominatrix DLC for Saints Row 3, and then they were like, well,
It just seems
there's
like
so much going on in this, we're just going to expand it into another game. Like,
Also,
or
there's
they just got messed up.
But I heard the DLC for Saints Row was fucking dope. It was really good.
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it is.
So what's wrong
Well,
with... If they add
$60
enough, I
DLC.
guess is the key. And
I
4.
doubt it's just the DLC. That's probably like a good portion of it, but I'm sure they added a lot more to it.
I'm guessing it was a
Those games
DLC that they were like, we can't cut this or this or this to make this, you know, a $15
Right.
pack. Let's keep that shit in and just
Or
go.
this was just something with their whole THQ business, and they got.
Well,
messed
no, they're
up.
out of that
yeah.
now. They're out of
Well,
that
now,
now.
but
So
then they weren't.
they were thrown
still
into it.
THQ
Yeah.
property, right?
I suppose, but I don't know. I think it looks just batshit insane enough to work. Like,
If it ends up being basically just like Saints Row 3 with like different guns and stuff, I'm probably not gonna buy it if it's $60. Like, I don't know.
I don't know that it will be.
If it's like
$60.
a $40 game at launch, I'll definitely buy it. But
knowing,
I mean, the
knowing what we
superpower
know
stuff
about
they're
it-
talking about looks really cool.
yeah.
Nick, then we can do a playthrough, so that'll be fun.
oh yeah,
It looks like they took some of the
5%.
DNA from Infamous and threw it into there, like,
Mm.
or Crackdown or something. It had a lot of Crackdown vibes. in the
Right?
trailer.
Yeah, and that's all I basically want is like a new Crackdown game that doesn't suck. Like Crackdown 2 was terrible.
What?
Crackdown 2 was terrible. If you
God.
played the first
It's
one,
fun.
Uh
Nick
oh.
Fenton
if you
probably
played
too as
Crackdown
well.
1. If you played Crackdown 1, it was Crackdown 1 again.
Yeah, and Crackdown 1 was fun.
Yeah, I played that game once. I didn't need to play it a second fucking time with no changes at all.
And it's
That's great. You don't know anything about games. Shut up.
Actually, good
Ooh.
good suggestion for Saints Row 4. 4-player co-op would be fucking
Yeah, that would be
amazing.
good.
Play Binding of Isaac. Let's play a good game, guys. Let's all
Oh,
just-
go play Dota. Shut
Binding of
up.
Isaac Rebirth 2-player co-op. Oh my god.
Binding of Isaac in 3D.
I don't want that.
It's a TF2 mod.
It is a TF2 mod. That's correct. So yeah, that's our little news pieces, and we're gonna take a quick 90-second commercial break, bros, and then we will be right back with your Twitter questions.
Fuck you, Hacks.
God.
Fuck you, Nick.
Wow, strong feelings on Crackdown.
Crackdown 1 was a
Think that
great
would have-
game. Crackdown 2 was a
love
shit
Hey,
game.
you know what Crackdown 2 had? It had a car that jumped in the air and had sticky wheels that could let you drive up the side of a building.
Yeah, you know what else had that? The
Had that
DLC
too.
for Crackdown 1.
Yeah.
You fucking pleb.
Wow, dude.
Oh my
If you
God.
played Crackdown 1, you're an idiot. Everybody bought that game for the Halo 3 beta. Let's be
No,
honest.
no one bought that game for the Halo 3 beta. for the
Really?
Fucking games, you
Everybody
Really?
bought that game
'Cause
for
I'm
Halo.
pretty sure
I bought it for
80%
Halo 3.
I bought it for Halo 3, but I ended up loving Crackdown. Anyway.
Yeah, because it's a good game.
I didn't
Hacks.
even play it.
Yeah, Halo 3 good game. That's right. Great.
Halo 3 is
I
better
love
than
console
life.
shooters, dude. I
Halo
love fucking,
3 was
I love
very
fucking
good.
console shooters. It's great.
Halo
I
3
would
was
trade
good.
your life for Halo 3 on PC. It doesn't
I would not trade your life for a fucking copy
I need
of
to.
goddamn
It's
NES Olympic Games with the fucking run
I don't
pack.
need to. I
That's
don't
how
need
useless you are when you think Halo 3 is a good fucking game. Get that.
Wow,
Halo
dude.
3 is a good game.
Hey guys,
Halo 3 is a very good game.
let's get Hex back
Crazy.
on the train where Halo didn't do anything for console esports. Let's get.
Oh, console sports. Yeah, those are relevant. Yeah, get wrecked, kid.
Yeah, man.
Wow, dude.
Halo, man, it didn't do anything.
Dude, the subscribers, man, they are.
God.
Wow.
Yeah, guys, Halo 2 didn't do anything for anyone.
Hex is super mic'd right
did
now.
So mic'd.
Been a
Hex-
friends list on
Hex-
an Xbox.
Hex is just our gaming in a nutshell.
Oh shit.
That is a hateful thing to say, Chad.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god, there's a brave little toaster comment. I love whoever just made a brave little toaster comment.
Hex equals brave as a little toaster. Is Hex mad is indeed a Twitter.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it got taken off the
That
internet.
should
Yes.
update it right now and say yes. That should be the tweet. Just yes.
So, all right. First question from @Iferons.
I love Crackdown 2,
An
it's great.
avid viewer of KBMOD streams. If you could bang a superhero, one male and one female, who would they be and why?
The Incredible Hulk just because.
To say you
just-
fucked. That's true.
Yeah,
Fucking
just
incredible.
because
I
could say
survived.
I
In
did
his
that.
Hulk form, of course, not
Yeah.
Bruce Banner.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. That's fair.
Or you,
And his-
or you fuck him and he turns into Bruce Banner because when you hit his prostate, it triggers the fucking the dealio.
It's all based
Oh
on the
my
pulse,
God.
man. You
Jesus.
need that
As
pulse.
far as female superheroes,
I don't even.
Power girl.
Rick's
Rick
For the
can't deal
obvious
with what's
reasons.
happening right now.
I'd go with Martian Manhunter and Mystique.
Oh,
Mystique
man.
is
a good one.
pretty damn good
Did you
choice.
seriously say Mystique, Nick?
Yeah, she can turn herself into anybody. Think about it. You're done.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're done.
That was gonna
I'm
be
gonna
mine.
twist this a little
God.
bit, and I'm gonna have to say
Ew.
Claire Bennett.
Oh, nice.
Why not?
Heroes.
I'm
Hayden
totally,
Panettiere.
yeah, Hayden, yeah. All right, I'm in.
Catman with Batman and Phoenix.
I
both
was
good
gonna say a
choices.
fictional person, but now I'll take the real
Phoenix
actress.
is like crazy, right?
Yeah, but that means she's crazy in other ways. Like, let's just throw it out
She's
there.
also like on fire, I think, right? Doesn't she like shoot fire out of her hands and like do
I
crazy
think only if
stuff?
she goes nuts. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
but you'd be
didn't-
having
She's giving
sex
him
with
a hand
her.
job, though. Well, Jesus.
Oh, that could go bad, man.
Really
I,
bad.
I still say Power Girl. I mean,
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man has been mentioned in chat, and I think that's
only Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3, and I'd fuck him to death, and then I'd
Oh,
bury his body. That's what I'd.
what about Topher Grace's Venom?
Oh,
That's
God,
not really a
yeah.
hero.
Oh.
That's a super villain.
No, it's, it's just fucking.
Guy with hair, Hex in a Wonder Woman costume. That's horrifying. That would be the worst night of your life. It would be the worst night of your life.
the
Halle
Human
Berry.
Torch. Halle Berry Storm is not a bad choice.
That's
Halle
yeah.
Berry.
I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna go with Patrick Stewart's Professor X.
God damn it! You just took mine. You
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Patrick Stewart's Professor X because Patrick Stewart, and then I'm gonna have to go with John on this one. Hayden Panettiere from Heroes.
Actually,
Nice.
I would take the Mystique from the new X-Men movie where
That's
it's Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence
Lawrence. Oh
because
my
it's,
God.
it's
Yep.
Jennifer Lawrence. And
No, you know what I would do? I would take Jennifer Lawrence Mystique and make her transform herself into Jennifer Lawrence.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I would do.
Nick thinking outside the box.
Jeez.
Rick Lesley abstaining because he is just horrified at this
Yeah.
point.
I'm gonna pass on this one.
PR Rick.
There's
Can't,
no
can't-
right answer in this situation.
Wait.
No, there is. It's
Wait,
Jennifer
wait, wait,
Lawrence.
I have a question. Do the Powerpuff Girls qualify as super?
God damn it. No.
And Mojo Jojo is my male version. is my male answer.
Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory.
Dee Dee?
All right. Oh god damn it!
God. Jim Carrey's The Riddler is your superhero answer, Hadouken? Oh god.
So this
Carries the mask. There's always movies that like you forget existed and they're still in the back of your head, and then when you realize that they're actually a thing again, it's just
The
a
Mask was fantastic.
it was a fantastic movie.
Mask 2.
It was terrible.
Anybody want to relive the
Terrible.
Mask 2? 'Cause
Wait,
I
you think Mask 1 was terrible?
Yep.
Wow,
You're
dude.
fucking
Why?
crazy.
Those old Jim Carrey movies are good. Pretty
Liar
much.
Liar, still a great movie.
Liar Liar's great. I went
Dumb
on
and
a rant
Dumber.
this the other day that they named like the top 10 Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah.
And they had like the Mask and they are not Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber was not on
Oh.
that list. What a travesty.
Well,
Dumb
yeah,
and
that's
Dumber
insane.
is like his best early film.
This is magnum opus, man. He'll never top that.
No, he will not. Him and
Never.
Jeff Daniels or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
As
will
far as
never.
his comedy roles go, yeah, I still like his serious roles, like The Majestic and The Truman
Oh
Show.
my God, The Majestic was so boring, though. He was good in it. That
Yeah, he was good in it, and it was
Eternal
slow, but it was
Sunshine,
super long.
dude?
Eternal Sunshine was excellent.
Love Eternal Sunshine.
Eternal
Great
Sunshine's
movie.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, subpar movie.
Whoa.
Didn't
Yeah,
do
just like
anything
Halo
for
3,
film.
it's a part game.
I'm just kidding.
Little,
Shots
little
fired.
tidbit. I watched Jim
You watched Jim Carrey?
You watched
no. I watched Jeff Daniels golf clubs.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
There's
That's
that.
cool.
Was he
Guys on
playing?
the fucking Newsroom?
Yeah, he is a bit insane on Newsroom.
He is.
That show's excellent, though.
All right, this next question, I did not give it much thought yet, so I'm not sure what my answer is going to be. But at Anion, a purveyor of excellent questions usually, if leprechauns were real, how would you catch one using just your body, some peanut butter, and a double-ended dildo?
It would be really easy. You would just go to Dan's basement, you would slather your body in peanut butter, and you would wave the dildo at him, and he'd be like, "Oh!" He'd come right over, and he'd give you his gold, and you'd smack
That's
him with
it?
the dildo. That's
Why
it.
Dan's basement?
Because
Why-
Dan is the
Dan's a
leprechaun.
leprechaun. Look at
Oh, I
him.
see.
Wow,
The joke
dude.
went over your
Green
head.
hat? Wow.
That just went right over my head.
I felt like this would be like a mouse, and you would slather the dildo in peanut butter.
Yeah,
and for
exactly.
some reason,
Who the fuck
leprechauns.
said leprechauns like peanut butter? They want Lucky Charms.
That's true.
How do
You're
they feel?
fucking me here.
How do they feel about dildos?
The best would be, well, it has to be a gay leprechaun who likes to use peanut butter as lubricant. So
Aren't
that's
all
how
leprechauns gay? They dress leprechauns dress pretty fabulous. So
That's true.
you know, no straight leprechaun gonna wear
could see-
clogs like that.
You can see a leprechaun in West Hollywood and just think it's a normal day.
Wait, can it be the leprechaun from Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun in the Hood? Where
Yes.
he hot boxes the fridge, because then you just lure him in with fresh weed.
Yes. That
boom.
movie is amazing, by the way. Amazing.
Hot box the
Leprechaun
fridge, gets out, eats the pickles, and then kills that dude. with his
Double-sided
bomb.
dildos don't make you gay. That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point.
No, okay, fair
Sean,
enough.
Ye stole me lucky dildo. Oh, Sean.
Oh my god.
All right. So, up next. This one's a really objective question as well. And
These are really.
I think
These
we
are all
already.
Rick Lesley safe questions that he can answer.
Yeah,
like
I know,
those
right?
First three.
What's
really
funny
strong.
is Paul from Paul's Artwork, Paul from
Yeah.
Newegg, he was like, "Give me those."
wanted these,
He
yeah.
was
Oh,
like,
really?
"Give me
That's
those questions."
Funny.
And then we didn't. We were like, we held back. So, but
Why?
I don't know. We just did. But SLFan68 asked, which game character has the best penis? And I think we've already mentioned this. Even though he's a superhero, it's got to be the Hulk, man.
Yeah, that's it.
We think.
It's not a superhero.
Oh, wait,
question.
what
It's a game
about,
character question.
He's
Well,
in games.
He's in
Well, yeah,
games.
but why'd you say it was a superhero thing?
I didn't say what game
I mean,
character.
it could be any other game character, I guess. Oh, you know who it is? It's Dante from Devil May
Dude,
Cry.
Dante does have an excellent penis, which
With
could
the-
be
With
covered up
the
with pizza.
or
Yeah.
baseball bats. That's the answer.
Yeah.
That interest
I'm
points.
gonna go with Fox McCloud.
I'm gonna go with Slippy. He probably has a great dick.
I'm going.
Do frogs have penises? I don't think they have.
That was like the most assertive I've ever heard any male say that phrase. I bet he has a great dick.
That's
It's
awesome.
like really, really calm, really confident.
Well, I think so.
I just know that he has a great dick.
Big Daddy for Bioshock, not a bad. That's
Oh, the drill dough strikes back.
yeah. Oh man.
Mr. Fantastic, because he can grow for a long distance, Atata. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Let me tell you this: it isn't Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. It is not Cloud Strife.
No, Tifa has a bigger penis than he does.
Yeah, Cloud has no penis.
If I had to say, I would say Nefarian.
Nefarian, oh man, he does have a huge wang. His model is enormous.
Who was the Garrett? Was it Garrett, the guy with the machine gun hand in Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah,
I bet
he
he's
probably has a solid dong.
huge dong. I bet it shoots exactly the same way his gun arm does too.
Ganondorf, not a bad call.
Ganondorf, maybe. Well, you know what? Maybe he's compensating. That's why he wants to take over Hyrule. Not so big.
The Pyro from
Ganondorf's a pretty normal-sized individual, though.
the Pyro from TF2.
Oh,
It's a nomination. Wow.
Everybody still thinks Pyro's a chick.
I think that's accurate, man.
My Pyro's
What-
a dude.
Could
No,
be a
I-
chick.
That Meet the Pyro video reminded me. I'm gonna watch that again. I only watched it like 20 times, but
Soap.
So this next
Unlimited soap. That's soap from Modern Warfare.
so probably.
Adam Jensen's augmented penis. He didn't ask for that. That's right. It's true.
But you're gonna ask for it.
Yeah. So this next question comes from Orange Fanta Mimi. She emailed in, if you had to replace both thumbs with people, who would those people be?
What?
That's a really good question, but I don't think I could answer because that's something I'd really have to think about for an
Because
extended.
those things
Yeah,
are
'cause
going to
that's
be
the
with
rest of your
you
life, and
forever.
they're talking to you. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And how would that like using your hand like when you have to like
Imperial
stuff?
Guard has the best answer. Christina Hendricks. There you go. Done.
Both thumbs, Christina.
Particularly
Hendricks?
the right thumb. That's
You would
all.
never get anything done. That would
Dude,
be.
jerking off people thumbs? That's fucking interesting. I don't even know. How does that work?
Christina Hendricks on the right, and what's her name? The girl that's on Two Broke Chicks.
Oh,
Kat Denning on the left. Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
gonna go.
My right thumb would be Yao Ming, and my left thumb would be Vern Troyer.
Wow.
So you
Yao
want
Ming?
one dude who's 7'6", and one dude who's
Have
like,
giant
inches
thumbs, I
That's
guess.
a really, really long thumb.
Yeah. Well,
So-
so you're thinking these are to scale? I'm thinking that they're just the size of your normal thumbs.
I always thought
Yeah,
they were the size of
I
your
feel-
normal thumb as well.
Okay.
But
Yeah, because and then too though, like you wouldn't want two women, dude. They'd just be bitching the entire time on your, like you don't want that. Hex.
yeah, you don't want
No,
that.
you do, because rubber bands exist just right around the top.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
This is a podcast where we respect women, Hex. Did you not get the memo?
I didn't want to kill them, just like a tiny little, like the ones you put on your braces, that just right over the mouth. Boom, done. Oh, but you couldn't snap ever again. You just break their neck. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
damn.
This is tough.
That is tough. I take my answers
Would you
back
have
now.
to feed
'cause-
your thumbs?
I hate to go all Reddit on this, but Neil deGrasse Tyson I think would be one of my thumbs. I like that guy.
That's a
I
good
like
one.
that guy.
Here's the thing: if you take
He
somebody
would-
like Stephen Hawking, do you get the little wheelchair on your thumb? Your thumb
I
rolls
just think
around?
if you have Neil deGrasse Tyson, you just have interesting shit being said to you all the time.
Yeah, that's
and you're
true.
like, yeah, that's fucking cool. And then my other thumb would be Lil B.
Right. Well, I mean,
Because you got to balance out Neil deGrasse
right.
Tyson with the base god. No, Kevin James is not one of my thumbs. I would cut that thumb off and put it in a fucking... Fuck
based on
Kevin
his,
James.
Two Allison Breeze. That's a good answer. That's solid answer.
Kevin
Morgan
James, dude.
Freeman. Morgan Freeman's actually a great answer. He could just walk around. He would narrate your entire life. And then you went for lunch.
Dude, if I had Kevin James, I would stick my thumbs in a food processor.
And just stick your thumb in someone's butthole, and then.
What about just like a
Kevin
couple
James.
Joe Pesci's?
They just stop right at the knuckle, and they're just really mouthy.
What about you, Rick?
I
Two Jared Garrettsons.
I don't even know. All of these questions have been they've caught me off guard every time. I can't. Like, how do you answer? Who do you want as your thumbs?
This is what we
Like,
do,
how-
Rick. This is what
This
we
is
do.
it.
This is
You
what we
really know
do.
what-
These are like really, really serious questions. That they're things that you've never thought about. That you're like, man, I wish I would have thought about that because that's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to add a question that you can answer since you've been caught off guard.
All right, we'll see.
I'm going to add a question right now, okay? And we'll end on it. It'll be a serious question. But first up, @I'mPromo asks, when thou dost hoist, dost thou make obtrusive sounds to assert dominance amongst the weaker in the pack?
I don't lift.
John doesn't
Yeah.
lift. Dunkus is the king of the pack, the alpha male.
He doesn't make noises at all though. Dunkus is a very quiet lifter.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. He actually gets really annoyed when people do make noises, so he's not that kind of dude.
There's a gym that will actually kick you out if you're one of those people. It's like,
Yeah.
Thank
What
you.
about-
Like,
Yeah,
Are
Planet
you-
Fitness. They
Planet
have
Fitness.
the they have the meathead bell
they
or
have
whatever.
pizza parties at Planet Fitness, so I just want to put
So,
that in
Rick,
perspective.
Rick, are you allowed, dude? Rick does the CrossFit,
not.
or
I'm
did
a
the
quiet
CrossFit.
I'm
Do the
quiet, and
sounds.
then I cry when I get home.
The only sound he makes is yelling that there's not enough weight in the
That's
entire.
all Rick.
Where is the
Oh,
rest of your
God.
weight?
Give me
7
other bars.
pounds is not enough.
Can
Can
you
you
weld?
please sit on the end of this dumbbell?
Can you weld other bars to this bar? Can you do that for me?
Jeez.
All right, last question. One Rick can probably, hopefully, answer. I don't know if you could
Okay.
make
This
any
is an easy one.
a live action version of any cartoon or anime. What would it be, and who would play the lead roles?
Oh shit.
I think this could include a video game type spin-off movie thing.
This is such an easy one. It's so easy.
Okay, Hex, go.
Yeah,
then.
go then. If it's so
Cowboy
fucking
Bebop.
easy. Cowboy Bebop is an easy answer, actually.
Live
That's a good
action.
Who would play the lead role?
Lead role. Honestly, I think Keanu Reeves could do it.
one. You could.
Really?
I,
And
actually,
Faye
I'm with you.
Valentine, you could make Uma Thurman. Would work perfectly well. Jet Black would be a little more difficult, but I think
Cowboy Bebop is awesome, by the way. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch it. It's good.
I've never got into. Is that a good one? If I want to.
It's a good anime to get
anime?
into, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one
I'd
to
say
start.
Bruce
Ghost in the
Willis.
Shell.
Ghost in the Shell is the starter drug, yes, for anime.
And
the original.
I think what's her name from Tron could probably fill that.
oh,
Dude,
she would actually be excellent as Faye Valentine too. What's her name?
Olivia Wilde.
That.
The
Oh,
new John. Yeah.
Oh, I
So,
got my. Oh wait,
Kevin-
I have my movie. I have to think about who I want to be the main
We'll
character.
say what it is, and we'll help you. What is
No, I gotta think.
So you 12? What is this?
no.
I don't want to share my answers.
Ooh.
I'm thinking.
Don't look over my shoulder.
No.
Okay, I'd go with Kiki's Delivery Service, and the main character would be Philip Seymour Hoffman. That would be Kiki.
Wow.
I'm just.
Wow.
I don't.
I would go with shoot, man. I don't know. This is tough. Cowboy Bebop is a really good answer, though.
That's the best one.
How about the fact that they're actually doing Akira, but aren't they kind of like...
No, they
bastardizing
canceled it. They canceled it. Yes.
Yeah, they canceled Cowboy Bebop too, which is horrible.
So
I'm gonna go with Doug.
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 Who would
Oh,
play
God.
Doug? Who would play
Who
Doug?
would play Doug? That's a good point.
I have no idea.
Mm.
I'm more interested in who would play Skeeter.
Would play Patty Mayonnaise.
Isn't Skeeter green or blue or whatever?
He's like
He's blue.
teal.
Yeah.
Hayden Panettiere can play Patty Mayonnaise. She can play everything.
She can play everything ever. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go with Darkwing Duck, one of my favorite cartoons.
Nice.
And
I like
don't-
that one.
Courtney! Courtney would be the duck.
Wow.
Wow, I haven't heard a Courtney Duck face joke in a long time.
Berserk starring Dunkus's guts. I like that one too. Yeah, my basement. Something is leaking through my floor right now, and I'm
Really?
terrified.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So yeah, I hope it's not semen. But all right, guys, that is it. We'll end it on that note. I hope it's not semen.
And I never hope.
Thank you so much, Rick, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We will not have a podcast next Sunday because most of us will be traveling back from PAX, so there will not be a
And it
podcast
is
next Sunday.
Easter, the day of
Yes.
the Lord.
So probably Monday we will have a podcast, but we will let you know. So, and we'll let you know. We'll let you know of the meetup as well. So we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much, and yeah, see you probably next Monday, and we'll have the stream schedule up as well.
And real quick, I'll probably be streaming my channel after this again tonight. So
There you go.
we'll know.
Scott Fisher, LOL, because I will not be post streaming because something is leaking through my roof.
On
So-
YouTube /APLFisher, right? Or...
So, all right, guys. Later on.
All right, guys.
See ya.